this whole thing with Tank, with the Ferraris, that wasn't the only thing that happened in boxing today. Your boy Rolly, he made the headlines today.
Yeah.
We want to talk a little bit about Rolly because Rolly was shooting his mouth off.
Yeah.
Probably the most vocal he's been in a long time. We know that Rolly was supposed to fight Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia's got his panties in a bunch. Let's start here. Let's start with this, right? So this is a post that Rolly had made on his Instagram account. It was a picture in a post of him and Cruz. And it said right here, it said, I quote, fuck Princess Ryan Garcia, F Oscar De La Hoya Fishnets, and F DAZN, the shittiest streaming network out there for wasting my time, and more importantly, for wasting the entire boxing world's time. It's disgusting to see how you guys do business, then trying to go behind my back and offer Pitbull an offer, and then claim that I priced myself out. Y'all are effed up. Now it's Rolly versus Pitbull on Amazon Prime, the largest network in boxing history. This fight is an explosion. So you got any thoughts on that, Pops?
I mean, he boxing, we only see what we see from the outside, but in the inside of boxing, or obviously the dark side, we don't really need to go ins and out. But boxers experience all kinds of stuff, so he has every right to say what he's got to say. And I mean, there's the reason why he's saying that, and I'm with him. I'm really on that. All of a sudden you don't want to you broadcast this about the fight, and then all of a sudden you take me off and you want to fight somebody else on a different network.
You got any thoughts about that fight stylistically, like Rolly versus Pitbull Cruz? I know you don't want to see Tank versus Pitbull Cruz, but what about Rolly versus Pitbull Cruz?
I'm riding with. I just think Rolly. Fuck Pitbull. I'm just tired of fucking shit.
Why are you saying that? Before you go on tired of why? Tell people why are you tired of Pitbull?
Look, the guy got the American dream. He got the opportunity that he's supposed to get. He came out, did his thing with Javante. Yes, what has he fucking done after that? What big fights has he had?
He fought Gamboa. So he fought.
Broke leg.
He fought Gamboa. No, I'm telling you, he fought Gamboa. He fought Eduardo Ramirez, who they moved up from 130, who couldn't punch at 130 to 135. So they've kept them real safe.
And the guy,
they kept them real safe. Let's have it right.
When Shakur came up and asked him, another guy, when Shakur tested him to get up and let's test the waters. How real good you are. He said, no, I can't. You move too much.
His dad said that fight's boring.
Yeah. So my whole point is, you can't. And this is a guy that's never been a champion. But yes, I know he sells money, talks, bullshit, walks. But come on, man, please. Rolly, I like Rolly because Rolly brings out the best of everybody. He's got the star, what you call it, thing.
Qualities. He's got balls.
And I honestly, he will beat Cruz. I think he will beat Cruz.
Hopefully it can happen, but Ryan Garcia had some choice words for Rolly after Rolly came out and ran his mouth. He said the following, and I quote, "At the end of the day, Rolly and Pitbull, do what you want. I don't need any of you at all. None of you want to fight and make the biggest purse of your life. Not my problem. Go ahead and fight between yourselves."
Oh wow! So he's basically saying that
he's saying, nah, Roy don't want to fight me. He say, nah, I'm too dangerous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So who do you think is actually avoiding that fight? Because if history tells me anything, it's Ryan. Ryan's all over the place. One minute Ryan wants to fight, the next minute he's getting these women pregnant. Then he's divorced. Then he's divorcing the women. Like, he's all over the place. He's a mess. 1 minute he's cool with Oscar. Then he want to fight Oscar. Then he's running with Floyd. Like, then he's playing poker. Yeah, then he's at church. Like, which one is it?
His mental state's still not where it's supposed to be. God bless him. And but one thing about Rolly, if you say he's gonna fight, he's gonna fight.
If he said it, he meant it.
Yeah, he's gonna actually do it. So I'll take that from Rolly any day. Ryan, we can always say one thing to another. All of a sudden now, whatever the case, now he doesn't want to fight Rolly. Now he's pissed off. Rolly wants to go his own way.
Well, it's like when he initially had instructed Golden Boy Promotions to make the Devin Haney fight.
I remember that, yeah.
Then he started hanging out with Floyd, and then he's like, well, yeah, Haney thought it was Haney versus Garcia, but he messed up. It's really Garcia versus Haney. So he lost his payday. He lost his blessing, and he was talking like he was a champion.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
But he ain't even fought for the world title. Ryan didn't, and I like Ryan Garcia, but Ryan didn't even have the courage to fight for the world title when he beat Luke Campbell. Because remember, Ryan was the mandatory challenger. After he beat Luke Campbell, I know this whole franchise thing. So Devin had a portion of the belt. He had like the whatever regular title, whatever you want to call it. But still, he could have fought Devin back then. He was in position to do it back then. Didn't want to do it. After he beat Luke Campbell, that's when he started talking about Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Then after he talked about Manny Pacquiao, he had the whole mental health thing.
It's like he's got his whole.
So he's all over the place.
I mean, you get.
And I hope. Look, I hope
he
finds some peace in his life. I do like Ryan Garcia. There's no ill will towards the man, but like, come on.
Don't sit there and throw rocks at somebody when you're throwing five at yourself.
And then look, Oscar De La Hoya, he had a lot to say to Rolly. So this is Oscar De La Hoya. He said, "Man, what the fuck, bro? Talking shit about me? I have nothing but respect for you. I offered a shitload of money to you, and you turned it down. Go fight Pitbull for pennies, bro, and good luck." And then Rolly said, "You should thank me and trademark Oscar De La Fishnets. You're welcome." And then he said, and then he put in the comments, he said, "Al Heyman is greater than this drug addicted con man." And he said, "Amazon is better than DAZN." So basically, he got possessed by the spirit of Hyro and said, "PBC."
Yeah.
He said PBC. Crap. So that's where we're at with Rolly, and it's an interesting state of affairs going on.
Yeah, but then but let's be clear on that. If Oscar really said that to him and offered that money, probably Rolly did turn it down because. But then again, we don't. I'm sticking with Rolly though. As far as who I really trust, or I feel like the way to carry out their things, I think Rolly doesn't just say things to say it like with the promoters like Oscar, so forth, so forth.
Now, B Supreme saying there's plenty of criticism for all these boxers. Be consistent across the board. And then he said, "I'm just saying, criticize all these dudes. I have. If you look my track record, I have criticized all these dudes. That's why I've been called a hater of every single one of these fighters. And truth be told, you can ask Hyro, who talks to me more than anybody on this whole stream. Hyro, tell them in the chat, how many times have I said F the entire 135, 140 division, all the big names? How many times have I said that? Let them know in the chat, please, because, I just hate the politics of this weight class. But I'm talking about it because, look, if I don't talk about it and I talk about things I actually want to talk about, y'all will say, BT, what do you think about Devin and this? And so I'm going to get asked this anyway, so that's why I'm talking about it. It ain't for me, it's for you guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and that comment right there, what you're saying, Big Supreme, where you're saying he just ran down, just took a picture, you're talking about Tia walking away.
Oh, he's talking to the dude in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for clearing that up. I appreciate that.
Okay.
And Hyro said, look, I said it many times, so yeah.
Thank you, PBC manager.
Yeah, but what were you saying about
the
Barbosa running down on Tio?
The comment that the Big Supreme made about that he ran down, took a picture, but because I mean, to be honest with you, Teofimo just looked up. I don't have to waste my time. I know what I can do in the ring. What can you do? To
be fair, right? I like Teofimo, even though he don't embrace it all the time. He is still one of Softwater's very own.
Yeah.
But I can't be biased. That was a fight when he first got the 140 before he signed to fight Pedro Campa, which, by the way, was like a cherry picking from hell. The Top Rank wanted to make Teofimo versus Honor Barbosa
at the fight where Teofimo fought St. Martin, the Spanish guy.
Sandor?
Yeah. I think he was there.
He might have been, but I'm saying even before all that, before Sandor Martin, before he was a Golden Ball. I'm talking about when he fought Pedro Campa. You probably remember the Pedro Campa fight.
Yeah.
The Pedro Campa fight was the fight right before Sandor Martin. Before that fight got signed, they were trying to make Teofimo versus Barbosa. Top Rank were trying to make that fight happen. And
Barbosa said no?
No, it wasn't Barbosa.
Teofimo? You know what? And I'm going to go on this with Brandon because he was telling me, your dad, do your homework before you talk about Barbosa.
I'm no Barbosa fan, but he's a good fighter.
He was telling me, do your homework on Barbosa because, you sit here because you watch one fight and you already want to throw him in the trash can. And what he was telling me, what he was trying to make you understand is that Barbosa is one of those fighters that he gets up to the big fights. He gets up to big fights and he's not afraid to go anybody and fight him. So give him respect and watch more of him before you just keep talking shit about somebody.
Man, Wayne Robertson, he ain't pulling no punches. You see what he said?
Yeah, that's right.
You see what he said?
Yeah.
Shoo Bang says, yeah, you're definitely the most non-biased. Yeah, I try to be, man. And look, don't get it twisted. I have my favorites. Like, I would say my favorite in these weight classes would probably be right now at 40. I mean, as far as the big names, because my favorite fighter at 140 is a guy that's not even a big name yet. That's my boy Eric Lances Jr. That's my favorite 40 pounder. Eric Lances, that's my guy. That's my friend. So that's my favorite 40 pounder, Eric Lances Jr. But of the big names, I would say like Teofimo Lopez. I like Shakur. Even though he's at 35. Teofimo and Shakur are my guys, but they be on. Everyone has been on some BS, and that's why American boxing is not in the strongest position right now, and that's why what they say, boxing is like the 14th most popular sport in the world, and I think in America it's probably like the 9th or 10th, and a lot of that is doing large part because of all the politics. Hyro said, you like those midget divisions more than those divisions, and you know why I think those. I do like. I mean, I'm not gonna call them that, but yeah, I call them the real weight class where the real killers reside, because there ain't none of that going on down there. They get signed a contract, and it's not even. And you could say, oh well, they have to fight because there's no money, but right, look, now you're in a way. Is getting offered $69 million to fight in Saudi. Ain't none of these dudes that you guys love getting offered $69 million to go fight in Saudi. So my thing is, he don't waste no time making his fights happen. And he making more money than all these dudes.
Yeah.
So
because he's not worried about all that. He's doing what he's supposed to do, get in the ring and fight.
So we gonna see. Now Hurricane Hank, he's talking about Zhang beats Parker and Hrgovic again. He never beat Hrgovic the first time, which means again he never beat Hrgovic once. he never beat Hrgovic the first time.
He tried to get you on these.
But nonetheless. Let me see. What I pretty much ran through everything I wanted to run through when it comes to like Tank and Devin and Shakur. So look, we'll go for like I don't know if you're tired if you want to go, but we'll freestyle for like 30 minutes. Y'all can ask me anything y'all want. Y'all got my undivided attention before I get up on out of here, because truthfully, this 90 days of boxing, these 90 days of lives, gotta pace ourselves. I'll be live again tomorrow, so it should be a lot of fun. How do you feel about Tank? I watched amateur fights. I feel like he can box better than Haney and Shakur. If you watch him in his amateur fights, oh my God. I don't know if you've ever watched Tank's amateur fights, but man, his amateur fights, this dude was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying you watch Tank as an amateur and you want to see him against one of these guys almost to see like if someone could actually bring that side out of him. Because if that guy comes out with the punching he's got as a grown man, watch out. Stacey McKinley, shout out to Stacey McKinley, a great trainer, a good friend of mine for many years. Former trainer Mike Tyson, helped train Michael Nunn, helped train Ricardo Mayorga, a lot of fighters. I think he's trained, over 10 world champions in his illustrious career, right? He told me when I interviewed him one time, he said, we haven't even seen Gervonta Davis at 100%. We probably only seen the 65, 70% of Tank.
Wow.
And he said the reason he feels that way is because straight to conditioning wise, he doesn't feel like Tank he's been up to par on that degree. But he feels like if Tank ever gets to that place where he can be, where he is 100%, we might get a fighter that's on the caliber of and this is not me, this is him saying that.
Yeah.
We might get a fighter of like a prime Mike Tyson caliber. That's what he said.
I mean,
I don't know what you think about that.
I'm just going to talk about Tank's replacement that Floyd has. I know he's young right now, Morton, right? Do you think Camille Morton is going to be treated the same way as Tank? That Floyd's going to treat him the same way?
Camille Morton?
Bring him the same way that he brought Tank with Tanking, like where he's at right now.
They're going to be, listen, they're going to be very, his development's going to be slow.
Yeah, I understand.
It's going to be slow. You can't expect Camille Morton to be in there with killers right away.
No, I'm not saying that. I understand he's got to grow into who he is and he's talented. My question: do you think that Longnos, LOB, and Floyd are going to
is it going to be
when he gets to the same level? Let's say
it's going to be very similar. I think their career paths are going to be very similar. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe they may feel more confident in Morton than Tank, because Camille Morton, he's different style than Tank. He's different style. Tank is more of a aggressive counter puncher. I think Camille Morton throws a little bit more volume, so they may feel more comfortable with how he fights. I don't know. Only time will tell. But if I had to take a guess, I would say yes. He